Nigel, a 1-1 draw here. Are you happy with a point?
Not really, the way the game panned out. I would have taken a point after 2 minutes when we went 1-0 behind. But once we got the equaliser, I thought in the second half in particular, we were very, very good indeed and created enough chances to win the game.
That early goal from Gillingham must have really put you on the back foot.
Yeah, because we haven't done that. And we do show the players goals similar to that where teams from higher leagues, where Lewis has come from, the Championship and above, do give those sorts of goals away. We can't afford to, and it's one of the reasons we've got, I think, one of the best defensive records in September. Excuse me, that we haven't done that sort of thing. But I thought he recovered well. He's a young player. Young players make mistakes. That's why a lot of managers don't play them. But I thought he recovered well in the game, and we recovered well as a team.
Well, Brunt himself had a big part to play in that second goal, didn't he? It was a lovely ball from inside his own penalty area.
Yes, I'm not sure he meant it. I thought it might have been more of a clearance in the pass, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I think when you do make that mistake, you're looking for the reaction. Does the player go under? And he didn't. And then plays a hand in the goal, and just a shame for him that we couldn't get the winner.
Gillingham were incandescent about Mansfield's equalising goal. A quick free kick from Ollie Clark. Clever thinking, you might say, and a fine finish from Davis Keeler-Dunn. What was your take on it? I
actually turned my back because when Ollie, we were hoping he'd stay on his feet and be able to release Davis first time, and then he was fouled, and we got the ball and took a quick free kick. I thought that was still in the rules. You don't stop. You play to the whistle. So I didn't think there was anything against the rules in it. I just thought it was quick thinking.
How did that goal change the course of the match?
Obviously got us back in, got us in at half-time level, and I thought we had control in the first half without creating too much, and then I thought second half we had the control and created situations, and they made some brilliant blocks today. We didn't get a break. They were hitting people in the face and chest and everything, so you need a little bit of a break there, but a lot of chances and shots from sort of 12-15 yards out. You just need one of them maybe to nick off somebody and go in the bottom corner, but it wasn't to be. But in the way we played second half, coming to second in the league, I thought it was very encouraging.
The game seemed to open up in that second half, didn't it?
Yeah, it did for us. Pimmy's not had too much to do, but I thought it did for us. Attacking our supporters always helps as well. Not attacking them, but attacking towards them, sorry. And I thought it was just, if Davis finishes one, I thought George Maris had an excellent chance just after half-time. I think if one of them goes in, then we win the game.
You made that change at half-time, Bailey Cargill coming on for Callum MacDonald. Was that because the latter was on a yellow card?
Yes, we were concerned. I think sometimes you'll get referees who'll let a little bit go. The one today was obviously, there was a few yellow cards for things that on another day they might not have got them, so you're a bit concerned. Always try and get through to half-time, and then the sub doesn't count as one of the opportunities, but I thought it was ideal. Bailey came on, did excellent again.
You played Davis Keeler-Dunn a little bit further forward today. What was you thinking? Yeah,
we just thought his movement might create some problems for them, and I think it did. He's got his goal from that, and it was interesting to have a look at George Maris behind the two strikers as well, which we've been wanting to do. Davis is first choice in that position, but if anything happens to him, then George Maris will go in there. And he had situations himself, could have scored today, could have put people in as well. Just a couple of passes he didn't see quick enough, but generally very, very pleased with him.
What do you have to say about that chance? I think it was on 66 minutes when he was put through one-on-one with the goalkeeper and may have looked in two minds whether to chip it all round him.
Yeah, I think we had a similar problem at, where was it, Grimsby?
So.
Where he must make a definite decision and get a shot off. That's the only thing, in the two chances he didn't get enough shots off, and he didn't today. He had another one just in front of us here where he should have shot across the face of the goal first time, but he's getting them. That's the main thing, and the great chances, say if he does score it, we win the game. But we've come to second in the league, controlled the game, and we're going into October 13 games unbeaten, which is quite, to get into October, I think for any side, especially a League 2 side, is magnificent.
Let's just speak about George Maris a bit further up. Had a couple of opportunities, didn't he? One where he struck and it was well blocked. The other, I think he may have squared it to Aaron Lewis in retrospect.
Yeah, that was it today. You're just you're looking for the right decision or that little bit of quality finish. I thought the one where I can't remember who squared it to him just after half time. I think Ollie Clark, a little bit of great play in front of us, and he just pulled it back, and he just couldn't. I said to him, he didn't quite sort his feet out quick enough. But if he'd just taken an extra touch, he could have stroked it in. Once again, as I say, we couldn't do much more but put the ball in the back of the net in the second half.
13 unbeaten, as you say. What have been the central foundations to such a magnificent run?
Not giving goals away, which we did today. That was very, very unusual, but the young player. So that's been the foundation of it. The defensive, which I think is almost the best in the country in September. And then putting the odd chance away, which we didn't do today. So we've still got a very good point at second in the league, but we shouldn't be giving that goal away, and we should be finishing one of our chances. Without
wishing to signal one player in particular out defensively, just how good has Aidan Flint been?
He's been magnificent, and I think the profile of the player that we've signed in the last sort of year or so has been sort of not what he is, not an older player, an experienced player, but there's always room for one good one like that. And I think once you lose the likes of Alfie Kilgore and Elliot Hewitt, and somebody like him has been absolutely invaluable. He's just about played every minute since coming on at Crewe when Callum got sent off, and I think both penalty areas he's been immense.
And back here on this one in the final 10 minutes or so, what's encouraging clearly is that you wanted to win the game here at High Flying Gillingham, because Swan was brought on and James Gale. Your intentions were clear.
We're trying to win the game. We try and win every game. There'll be occasions where we need to go sort of back to the walls last 5-10 minutes, but that's usually when we're in front, not when we're drawing the game and we thought we were in the ascendancy. So we got the corner in the last kick of the game and we throw everybody in then. No point in throwing Pimmy in because he's not the biggest, he's not a 6'4" goalkeeper, but we're trying to win it right at the death. I thought Davis, just before he came off, it was in stoppage time, but he had a chance to play Will Swan clear and it got cut out, and then he gave the ball away on the halfway line. Can't afford those sorts of things, but we had a few chances today to play people in and didn't quite see it or make the right pass.
Away from this one then, Nigel, in midweek, Stags drawn at home to Port Vale in the fourth round of the Carabao Cup. What was your reaction?
Pleased to be at home and pleased to be with a chance. If you go to one of the big boys in the Premier League, you make a few quid, but inevitably you'll get knocked out. So to be at home and in with a shout of getting to the last 8 is about as good as we could ask for, I think. And if there's any team that we probably owe one to, it's Port Vale in the last couple of seasons.
Quite. Thank you.
Thank you.